Okay, so next up in the list is the SL-262. So right off the bat, the first thing I noticed is that there are two massage nodules right here. So you're going to feel them on the back of your legs, and they're pretty hard, so I'd say very uncomfortable. I would suggest that maybe they try to like cushion it more with memory foam, because I think this is the one I was getting the most complaints about being uncomfortable, and I can see why. The nodules are literally pressing into my thighs. It's like it's digging into my thighs. It's very uncomfortable. I don't know how to sit like without having that in there, because it just goes across the whole. Ugh, I don't like that. So first off, that's no good. Second, there is also another nodule right in the small of my back that digs in. It's not digging in as much, obviously, as this, because I'm not like putting all my weight on it. You know, I'm just sitting back. Also, there's one up here, but because this chair is only, you know, this tall, I won't be feeling that part. There's a lot of different little cushy spots here, so if you're a little wider, there's more cushioning, but there's nothing, no vibrations in there that I can tell, I can feel would be possible. The cushion itself that I'm sitting on is very thin. It's very, very thin material, as you can see, like there's like nothing to it. Although it does have that nice rubber backing again, so no sliding, I love that. This one actually has a strap that comes out right here in the middle, or down at the lower part of the seat, which works perfect for the seat. So there's that. There's a little pocket here on the side for the remote to go into. And let's see, are there any more straps? No. Oh, if you're in a car, this can strap into your headrest, so it'll help hold it up. Obviously, I don't have that, so I don't need that. Oh God, that's so uncomfortable on my thighs. It really digs in, man. Should put some like memory foam down and put it in between the memory foam. Like it might dampen the vibration, but I guarantee you it'll be a lot more comfortable to sit on if there was like another layer or 5 of memory foam, like at least a couple inches thick in there. Okay, so getting right down to it, this is the remote. I don't know if you can see that far away. Temporarily, just so you can see the remote, I will scoot in. There's lots of different settings. You have the power, the heat, intensity levels, modes, upper back, lower back, hips, thighs, and timer. The intensity mode, I think you hit it a bunch of times. It can like go from high to low or low to high. Modes have like pulsating, tapping, rolling, auto, and kneading. The auto feature, I think, does them all. And the timer button has different settings like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes. And this also has heat. So I'm going to scoot it back again so you can see the whole chair. Like that. Yep, like that. Okay. Whew. The little nodules will take some getting used to, I'll tell you that. I would not buy that based off of that. That alone would keep me from buying it. Because it's very uncomfortable. It's really digging in. I'm not exaggerating and I'm not being a baby. That's really digging in. Like, I don't know. It feels like I'm sitting on a battery or a tin can. It's like, I can tell it's metal because of how it feels. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the power. And right away, it's cycling on auto, so it's hitting all the parts. Boop, 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 boop. It's going through the cycles. I don't know if you can hear that. It's very loud. There's no way you could use this at an office or you share an office. And now it's rumbling. All the spots at once. Now it's pulsing. All the spots at once. And those nodules, yeah, you can really feel them in your thigh. Now it's just kind of constantly buzzing and going low, like bass in your car when the bass is hitting. Wow, wow. That's what it feels like. And now it's going through the weird cycle again where it pulses everything individually. It's funny because if you listen to it, I don't know if you can hear it from here, but it almost sounds like it's music because each of these have a different hum. Each of them have a different tone. Now it's speeding up. Oh, it also matters if I'm sitting on it, more or less. So much vibration, so loud. That's crazy. Okay, so I think it's just going to cycle through again. So I'm going to change the cycle, or the intensity level, see what this does. Okay, so it starts off on high, clearly. This is medium. I'll let it go through an entire cycle on medium so you can hear what it sounds like on medium. Oh, and hold it up so you can see what it's doing. Now the vibrations, from what I can tell on the legs, not very strong, especially not for what I was expecting with this, how uncomfortable this thing is. You would think there'd be more vibration. Now maybe it's just because of the certain mode it's on right now, and I'll try different modes, but this is on auto, on medium. It's rumbling again. This is still on medium, mind you. It's crazy. So loud. Okay, so now we're going to do low. Okay, I hit the button again, but I don't really feel much of a difference. Didn't feel like it went down. Oh, I need to crack my back. Oh. So in order to get on this thing, I'm kind of having to slouch a bit, which is not good for my back. So this is low. It's still pretty darn loud, but at least this would be tolerable, I guess, in the office. If you share an office, like a cubicle. Okay, I hit it again, and it seemed to go even lower. Slightly. quieter. So there's 4 settings of intensity on here, clearly. As you can tell, even on low, whatever this is, it's not very quiet. That's on high again. It's a big difference, but it's still pretty loud even on low. Okay, so we're going to try a different mode. This is kneading. On high. And when I push my back into it, it's not really strong. And if this was working like it should, oh, that's kind of nice. It hits right in the middle of my shoulder blades and my neck. So this is kind of nice. And sort of kind of nice on the middle of my back, but it's just not really. I think it's more this chair's fault, if anything. But that's on high. That's medium kneading. That's low, I think. That's super low, or the lowest of the low settings on kneading. That's not too loud, not too bad, not on kneading mode. And this is, it's lighting up all of them because it's doing them all at the same time. Now, if you wanted to target them, I imagine you hit these buttons and it'll turn the ones off you want to stay off. If you only want the middle or the hip line or whatever, you have the hips. If you want the upper back only, you keep the upper back one, which is the one up there, which is folded over right now. But yeah, so I want them all because I want to test all of the spots. So I'm going to change again. We're going to try hitting the button again. It's going to take me to pulsate. The best way I can describe pulsate is like when you're revving an engine. That's what it feels like. So it's constant. It's like rumbling. But yeah, it's pulsating. So the next mode after that is tapping. And it's like pulsing, but faster. Slightly. Or maybe just shorter. Instead of, it's more like, so not much different. So the next setting is rolling. That kind of feels nice, different. Okay, you have the, that tickles. Okay, so when you do rolling, it seems to cycle through. Unlike the other ones that just kind of did all of it, this one's wanting to cycle through pieces at a time. I'm not sure if that's intentional because it can only do that in one area at a time, but I'm going to try to see if I can select all of them at the same time and see if I can get this rolling mode on all of them at once. Okay, so this one's weird. It seems like, yeah, it can only, the rolling mode can only do one at a time for some reason. that to me is kind of a bummer because I really like how the rolling feels. It's a more intense vibration than the other ones that I noticed. It seems to generate more energy. Maybe that's why I can only handle a few at a time. And I'm going to experiment here. Yeah, no, it can only handle, okay, from what I can see, it goes 1 and 2 at a time. So it does the upper and lower back at once, it does the lower and the hips and the thighs, and then it cycles through again. So, again, I don't know what it would feel like up at the top of my neck because I haven't tried this one, but I'm trying it now. Oh my gosh, that is strong. Hold that right on my neck. Oh, that's very nice. See, I would like this if I could do that spot. Like the other chairs allow you to, or the other cushions allow you to choose a spot with the shiatsu and focus in that area. This one doesn't seem to have that feature with the rolling mode, which kind of sucks because again, the rolling mode is really powerful from what I'm noticing and really good. It feels fantastic. But it almost feels like just when it's starting to get good, it moves to the next spot. So if I had any suggestions to make to the manufacturer, do this rolling mode, but really allow any of them to be focused in a certain area, and not for a few seconds, but like as long as they want it in that area. Don't make it so it has to cycle, because if it stays, for instance, stays on thighs too long, it vibrates a little too close down there and gets things uncomfortable. So wouldn't do that at work. But if I were to vibrate the shoulder blade area, which is what I really want to focus on, it just moves too fast. I would like it to hover there a little longer and maybe target areas on my body that I really need to release the pressure and the tension. Because the rolling mode, so far, my favorite. I love it. It is very strong. So we're going to try, I'm going to push the button again. I think it'll just take it to, ooh, that seemed to actually intensify it. I can't tell if I'm turning it up or down with the rolling because it seems to just kind of reset it every time. So I'm not entirely certain. I would guess probably not really doing much because it doesn't feel like there's a difference. But yeah, there's a spot right in the middle of my back that it's just barely getting, which is nice. But yeah. So if you go with auto, it's going to do the same thing. It'll just go through all the motions. Kneading is, like I said, that constant rumbliness, but it's not really strong. Oh, crap. Well, if you turn it up, it's strong. But even with the kneading, I don't know, it feels like a different kind of, oops. It feels like a different kind of pulse, to the point where it doesn't really work as well as the rolling. Like, it definitely is loud, you could tell. The kneading is probably the loudest one. But it vibrates in a different way. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, this one just feels like it's vibrating back and forth really fast. The rolling mode actually feels a bit like an oscillating Like it's buzzing in a different way to the point where it's buzzing almost like at a deeper frequency, which is amazing for your back. And it almost seems to like penetrate deeper into the muscle. So I really like the rolling mode on high intensity or whatever. But again, I would like to be able to tell it where to go and where to stay and whatnot, and maybe do spot vibrations. As for the other feature, there's a heat feature here. And I'm going to push the heat feature and see where I feel the heat at. And how long it takes to heat up, because I don't know. Well, my office is getting a little chilly now, so I'm starting to notice that it's cold. I should probably also turn off the vibration feature, because I notice vibrations kind of generate their own heat. So I don't want to like cheat per se. Oh wait, no, that's right, you can't. So even if I turn it off, so the heat is probably from that too. It's probably generated from the vibrations. Just obviously turning on heat will produce more heat. And honestly, I'm starting to feel heat radiating already. That was probably about a minute ago that I turned the heat on. It's pretty fast. It's really good. I feel it radiating from the middle of my back out. Yeah, right about to the edges of my ribs. So that's nice. And I don't know, again, because this is folded down, if there's any heat in the top. I guess I could just keep it folded over and see what happens. Starting to feel the heat in my butt and my thighs. Yeah, when I hold it like that, it actually rattles my ears a bit and makes them tickle. So pressing it up against my back and my neck makes me feel the heat more. I could definitely feel like it's giving me a warm hug. But I'm not exactly certain on where the actual heat is coming from. I do actually feel it in this cushion up here, so it does carry all the way up. The whole thing is warm. This one has better heat distribution, I can definitely tell, compared to the other heated ones that I've tried so far. This one's got the best heat distribution. Yeah. I can feel it in the cushion, in the pillow, and all the way out here. Not in the smushy cushion on the side here very much, but more like the middle portion. Definitely if I put my hand on there, because my hand's cold now. Holy crap, that's warm. It's nice. So that's warm. And the heating, again with my back. I gotta do this every once in a while. Boy. Ugh. Hate having scoliosis. Okay, so what was I doing? All right, I was testing the heat. So the heat carries down. The heat seems centralized right here where my arms are, where my hands are. But I do feel a little bit of heat radiating. And right near the butt. So actually, it could be better heat distribution. But it's still pretty decent. I can feel the heat in the cushion, like the entirety of the cushion, pretty much. So That's pretty good, I'd say. I'm gonna sit and enjoy this one a little while longer because this feels really nice on my back and the heat feels lovely. But I think that concludes my review of this one. Again, to summarize, rolling mode is my favorite because I feel like even though it's not the loudest one, it hits differently. It's the most powerful as far as the deep tissue or deep muscle for me. The rest of them just don't seem to really do it. They just seem to rattle me, you know. Vibrate, okay, that's nice, but it doesn't really do much. The rolling one does. I just wish it was a longer cycle. I mean, the cycle itself, it can go for 15, 30, or 60 minutes, depending what you put the timer on. And it could go infinitely if you keep turning it back on after that. But my problem is that it cycles through the different nodes. So, just to give an example again, let's see. Upper, lower, lower hips, hips, thighs, thighs. That's how it cycles through. And it's so fast. So when it just starts really getting into like loosening up a kink in your back, which right now I have one on this side really bad, and it's just barely getting it every time because when it starts to, it moves. It's kind of frustrating. So if you could localize it, like all the other ones that I've tried so far, they have this feature, it's called Spot, and it has the 2 arrows that lets you adjust where you want. I mean, it's for the shiatsu purpose, but if you had Spot, you could just pick a spot and have it focus there. Because even if I do turn off all the other features, it's just going to wait till it's normal part of the cycle, right? Because I'm going to hit, excuse me, we'll start with thighs. So it'll vibrate the thighs for a second, then it'll go, and it'll follow the normal pattern, but none of them are going off. So you gotta wait. There goes the thighs again. So if you turn them all on, they're all going to go, but they're all going to go on their own timing. It's not going to, they're not all going to vibrate all at once, which would be nice. And even if they, just like I said, you could just focus in one area, that would be preferred. I don't like the one and then it pulls back. Don't do that. I like the powerfulness of it and I like it to stay there because, like I said, it's just starting to relax the muscle back there and then it moves. So, oh, and the other complaint was that there needs to be more cushioning in the seat because these big old hard nodules that vibrate, the whatever you call them, the little balls in here that vibrate, they dig into the thighs and it's very uncomfortable when you're first sitting on it. You're like, shoot, how do I get comfortable? It's kind of hard to get comfortable. And even after it's been on for a while and my body's all tingly, it's still uncomfortable to lay on those because I can feel like laying on some, like a rounded battery or something. It's just sitting in there. It just doesn't feel good. So you need more cushioning, a spot feature that allows you to stay in that spot where you need it. And other than that, I think this is a really good one. I like this one. Oh, and the heat feature is great because I've had it on now for probably five minutes. And it is very toasty indeed. It's warming me right up. So it's very nice. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy this for a little while longer and try to get this kink out of my back. And then I will come and do the rest of these. So that is all for now. Thank you so much.